Jackson looking to throw right away. That one complete to Anderson. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Jackson from the shotgun. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Here's Berrios. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jets will take over. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start on the ground. Hall. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And some room to maneuver. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Now it's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Play action. It's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that 2nd drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man complete. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number, and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by DJ Reed. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here caught by Mims. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And this one complete again to Mims. Touchdown! Denzel Mims. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Third and 2, here's Jackson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Finding room in midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. C.J. Uzomah, 47 yards.
And the Jets are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Jackson finding his tight end Andrews for the Ravens' first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins 53 yards. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd and 9. On second down, a run with Hall. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And the Jets are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Paul want to give up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They were stopped last time from the 1. Now here's another try on 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Hall. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. So 3 points on the board. As easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just...
And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Hall.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now Wilson on 1st down. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And check down, complete to Hall. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down.
A 15-year career that's been aging like fine wine. Calais Campbell is one of the most respected players in the game. If he can get 6.5 sacks this season, that means he'll have 100 for his career.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. And some room to work. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in, because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DJ Reed. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphreys. And the Ravens are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Paul again on 2nd down. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Quickly into the hands of Mims. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They go play action now. Wilson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Throwing again here, Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in
And Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Open man is Ross, complete. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Second down and goal. Jackson. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Jackson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? What do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter, you're going. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. It's the veteran Justin Houston who got in there to make the stop.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a gain of 5, and 3rd and 8 now.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's the Jets punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is brought in at the 21. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type.
He's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. They overload him that time on the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Jets, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they obviously